Hi everybody, this is Lynn from Creative Concept Crafts with the second part of this week's release, and it's this cute little graduation pop-up corner card. As always, we have matching box and envelope box. They're tiny, they're little 4 inches, but they're so cute. It's actually a bigger card when it's constructed. So that crosses over at the base and folds up, and then the tops fold back. So I've already scored the card. We've got the 2 legs and we've got the 2 triangles on the back plus a centre score line. That's the little circular easel piece which will hold the dace. There's a little congratulations banner to put onto the easel, and the dace will sit inside of that. This is the little dace with a little certificate. Congratulations with the rosette, summa cum laude. So a little bit of Latin there for you as well. So that comes in on its own mat, just those little pieces. So that's a little bit of draw on the scan and cut, and then cut pieces. So that's the easel part. So what do we need to create the card? There's 2 pieces for the dace. There's 2 little pieces that I've tied in to match on the little certificate. And as I said, that's on its own mat. Then the card pieces itself, we have the card base in the centre. We have some black mats. 1 sits underneath. 1 goes onto the front of the card, and then there's a mat and layer that sits on the other side. So the 2 plain mats are on the square part of the card. The easel sits on top of those plain ones. And then we have 4 triangles, 2 with the little hat, the graduation hat, and 2 with the scroll. You can either have them both on one side, you can cut 4 of one, 4 of the other. You can use them whichever way you like. So that's all the pieces that we need. So that's where the congratulations folds, so that it's on the right side of the card before you open it up. So I'm just lining up the pieces now, just finishing. I've already done quite a lot of matting and layering. If you can just about make up, I think on the bottom of that black mat you can see the scored edge that I've done on the scoreboard. I use a hunky-dory scoreboard, and I score all the mats layers at the right hand side. So I've done all the squares and all the triangles, the base pieces and the mat pieces, not the decor. Don't do the decor pieces, but I do everything else on the edge of the scoreboard so that I've got a nice beveled edge to follow, and I like the finish that it produces as well. So just as I said, I've done quite a lot of the matting and layer. I'm just finishing off the last of the triangles. Just turn over and burnish. And once the matting and layering's done, we're ready to put the card together. Now, to sit that, it's just going to fall apart. So we need to add a magnet to hold this together. So I got a 10mm, 1mm thick magnet, well, 2 pieces of a magnet, and I'm just going to hot glue to the corner that folds over. Put both pieces together so that you make sure you've got the polarity the right way up. So I'm just gluing 1 piece, but they're actually both bits are together, and you'll see in a second where it is when I turn the card over which corner I've put it onto. So it's on the dog leg. Can you see? On that dog leg. That folds over and forward, and I'm now going to add hot glue to the other part of the magnet. I'm making sure that that is squaring up and fitting as it should into the corner before I place this magnet in position, just so that when you do fold it, it's folding and everything's exactly where it needs to be. So that's the magnet. So you've got one piece on one side, one piece on the other. Now we can start the matting and layering. I didn't want to start matting and layering until the magnet was in place because it will be hidden underneath the magnet. So I just add in the glue and just pop that into position. Like I said, I've got the beveled edge to match up neatly too. Make sure you burnish down, but don't push down too hard in the corner. You don't want a mark showing where the magnet is underneath. Now the other two plain mats. Going on to the other square piece. I've used my favoured 220-gram card here. It's like a white with a fleck in it. It's not just a plain white, isn't this? And a black, they're 220, it's like a textured cardstock. And then I've used, I think it's about a 280-gram glitter cardstock. Again, I'm being careful not to burnish hard in the corner where the magnet is. So that now clips. Even though there's cardstock covering, it still has no problem, the magnet clipping to hold the card together. Now we can add the little triangular mats. It's just a matter of which way do you want which. Like I said, there's two with the scroll, two with the mortarboard. And whether you want to cut 4 of one, 4 of the other, put them the same way, swap them round. I'm actually reversing them round, so I've got the scroll on one and the mortarboard on the other. Entirely personal decision. And we're now ready to, just decided I want that the other way up. Doesn't matter which way, just whichever way you prefer. And we're ready now to add these mats to the base card. So even though it's only a little tiny box, an envelope box for this one, the card itself is an 8-inch square that's folded, so it's a decent size. And it's a really cute little card. It looks good when it's done, it looks impressive. It's got a bit of a wow factor, I think. So again, just burnishing all those mats into position. And that's the base card completed. Isn't that sweet? I'm also working on another collection at the minute in place of the graduation with this style. So to fold it, fold the legs up and then fold it back. Now the decor piece I've done with congratulations on, I was going to put it on the other side, but I've decided I'm going to put it over the magnet. So you're covering both of those magnets up. If you wanted to put a mat on the other piece, it's up to you, or you could put your verse or whatever on the other side. You can use any of the mats for the backs to use to add your verses onto. So that's now, you see, even though the thickness of another 2 layers there, that magnet still clips. Still not a problem. And now it's all hidden. It's all burnished into position. And there we go. You could add a mat on there. I was going to put that congratulations on the base there, but I think I prefer it covering the magnet up. So we're ready to deal with the easel part now for the little pop-up. So there's a double circle there with 2 score lines which have already been pre-done. I'm going to add the solid circle to the base of that plain mat. And because this is a glitter card, I'm actually using hot glue. I could have used silicone glue. You wouldn't be able to use the PVA glue because it won't stick. It'll keep coming off the glitter. So that's now in position. Now we're ready to add the little congratulations. And that sits as a little mat on there. We don't need to add glue to the whole thing because it only goes up part way. And if you look, it's roughly level with the C and the S on the congratulations. So it's just that area that we need to glue. And back to the PVA glue here because it's just card on card, it's not glitter. Okay, so that's just between the C and the S there, where it's glued. And we can pop that into position. Just burnish that down. So that's the easel mechanism sorted. And this is the little dace. This is, as I said, is on its own mat. So the little certificate with the 2 added pieces and the 2 pieces of the dace. I'm going to sit that roughly in the middle of the congratulations. I'm going to hot glue this because it's going to be holding up. I'm just giving it the added security of being the hot glue. It holds a lot firmer. And we can add the little certificate. I've just rolled it a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue down the centre. So that's been drawn on the scan and cut and then cut afterwards. Always draw before you cut. So now all we need to do is add our 2 little pieces for the easel support, which is the little rosette and the centerpiece. I've added 2 pieces of foam on the base and 1 piece on this top piece. So you need the foam obviously to lift it up so that you can pop the easel piece behind it. So just removing the backing, and that little rosette just sits with the ribbon ends just at the end of the card. So they just come to the corner, and then just pop that easel behind, and there's our cute little corner easel pop-up card for the graduation collection. Isn't that so sweet? There's the box, the envelope box, and to complete this collection, of course, was the adorable gift box. Congratulations on your graduation with the little certificate rolled on top. I hope you enjoy the collection. Don't forget to fold this, drop down the easel. Open up from the sides, fold the legs up and then backwards. And then that folds nicely into either the envelope box. Shows that even with the depth that will fit into there, or alternatively it will go into our little gift box. So there we go. Our 4-piece graduation collection. Hope you enjoy it. Until the next time, bye for now.